Yeah, my name is Alexander Rhodes. I'm the founder of a website called NoFap. You can find it at nofap.com. It is a porn recovery website which offers supporting materials and software to assist people in reaching their individually elected sexual health goals. I'm here to share what I've discovered from the testimonies of thousands of people who have felt that pornography has had a negative influence on their lives. While tomorrow's event will be primarily focusing on boys and men, any human with an internet connection can get addicted to internet porn. Directly or indirectly, pornography is an issue that impacts all of us. Most members of the sexual health website are on it to quit porn because they felt like it has had a detrimental impact on their lives and on their relationships. They believe that through years of porn consumption, they've essentially wired their sexualities to prefer pixels on screens rather than partners. Much of our lives revolve around the bonds that we form with other people. Our peers, our colleagues, our friendships, our neighbors, and our romantic relationships, and our families. Interpersonal relationships of all types make up the fabric of society. Our sexualities are at the core of our human experience. Research is revealing that pornography is distancing us from others socially, platonically, familially, and romantically, revealing problematic effects on all types of relationships. Frayed threads impact the integrity of an entire fabric, so it is prudent to question the impact that pornography is having on individuals and therefore is surely having on society as a whole. If you really think about it, we are interjecting a new variable into millions of years of human evolution for the very first time. For many people, using porn is as routine as brushing their teeth. As so many people are using it so consistently, it is important to take pause and consider how this might be impacting us. Most concerning, children of the United States and much of the developed world are being funneled through an online experience where exposure to pornography is practically mandatory. It is absolutely everywhere. A recent study from Australia showed that out of the 258 male participants surveyed, only one of them reported that they were not exposed to porn. They might have been lying too, who knows? But that's 99.6% of the males between the ages of 15 to 29 in Australia saying that they've been exposed to porn. In the same survey, they found that the median age of first porn exposure was 13 for males and 16 for females. Children are learning about sexuality through pornography, often before they've even had their first kiss. Heavy porn users, especially those who went through puberty using porn, are reporting that this reliance on pornography can cause tangible sexual dysfunction, including erectile dysfunction and anorgasmia. After the emergence of internet porn, erectile dysfunction rates are at an all-time high. In 1948, before the internet, a Kinsey report showed that less than 1% of men under 30 have ED. And in the same report, they discovered that 3% of men between 30 and 45 have ED. By 2012, a Swiss study found a rate of 30% of ED for young men. In 2014, a study on our active duty military men found an ED rate here in the United States of 33.24%. Looking at ED is just one indicator of pornography's harms, although it's clearly a pretty strong one. Clearly, the effects of pornography span beyond dysfunctional genitals, but into the roots of relationships and living the most fulfilling lives possible. Different studies on porn users are showing correlations with sexual dysfunction, brain hypofrontality, desensitization, sensitization to porn cues, increased stress, less motivation, relationship problems, decreased sexual satisfaction, and other life-altering detriments. This isn't a partisan issue. There are people all over the political spectrum who are skeptical of pornography. And this isn't just a religious issue. There are dozens of secular websites and organizations, such as mine, alongside of the religious ones that are addressing porn addiction. This is simply a human issue. Furthermore, being skeptical of porn is not the same thing as being sex negative. There is a huge difference between pornography and sex. In porn, the viewer is a voyeur rather than a participant. It is on a screen. It is available in virtually endless amounts and pirated all over PornTube sites for free. It is always accessible, just a tap or a click away. To our brain's reward system, this can be an especially enticing, quick, and repeatable path to an orgasm compared to partnered sex. In fact, many people who are quitting porn are doing so in pursuit of better sex and more sex. Quitting porn is sex positive. This doesn't need to be an argument about morality. You could simply look at the science and the overwhelming anecdotal evidence. There are already dozens of neurological studies proving the existence of porn addiction and many more proving that porn can lead to undesired side effects. You don't need to have a PhD to know if you're an otherwise healthy teenager who somehow has erectile dysfunction that goes away after you stop using porn. There are already thousands of people who are reporting symptoms from consuming internet porn which are promptly reduced or reversed after a period of ceasing using it, and they need to be taken seriously. To date, there are over 35 neurological studies on users of porn which are all consistent with the addiction model, and dozens more showing negative effects from consumption. And although plenty of research already exists on the subject, I encourage researchers to continue looking into it. I'm not here to endorse or allude to any legislative action. I am taking a brief break from my work to be here in Washington, D.C. over the next day to simply spread awareness that pornography isn't as wonderful as some people make it out to be. Families need to educate their children about pornography, and they need to do so before the porn producers do. Since right now minors are getting hooked on porn long before they're made aware of the detrimental potential side effects. Treatment for porn and the related side effects is simple and involves removing just one variable from your life, using porn. We simply want people to ask themselves the question, how is porn impacting my life and my relationships? If they don't know the answer to that, they can simply take a quick break, change one variable in a self-experiment, and see what happens. Already, thousands of people have made the personal decision to leave porn in the past and have gone on to live more fulfilling lives and better relationships as a result of it. It is time that we think about and openly discuss our heavy usage of pornography. In the meantime, more and more people around the world will continue to declare their autonomy and reclaim their sexualities from the porn production companies. That's all.